My wife looked me dead in the eyes and said, "You'll never see this baby again." 3 days later, her entire family was begging outside my house. I used to think betrayal sounded dramatic, like something that only happened in movies. Until the day my wife smiled while destroying my entire life. My name's Ethan, I'm 32. I worked as an electrician in Texas. Nothing glamorous, but I worked hard. Long hours. Double shifts. Weekends too. Because my wife, Vanessa, was pregnant with our first child. Or, at least that's what I believed. When Vanessa got pregnant, everything changed. Not in a good way. She became cold, distant, always hiding her phone. Always starting arguments, but every time I asked what was wrong, she'd blame hormones, so I ignored the feeling in my gut. Big mistake. One night, I came home early from work, and I heard laughing upstairs. Male laughter. My stomach dropped instantly. I walked into the bedroom and froze. Vanessa was in bed with another man. For a second, nobody moved. Then she slowly pulled the blanket over herself and sighed like I was the inconvenience. The guy grabbed his clothes and ran out. But Vanessa? She looked annoyed. Not guilty, annoyed. I could barely breathe. "Vanessa," I whispered. "What the hell is this?" She rolled her eyes. "It's exactly what it looks like." That sentence shattered me. I kept staring at her stomach. At the baby. "Our baby," I said quietly. And then she laughed. Actually laughed. "You really think that baby is yours?" Silence. Pure silence. It felt like the air disappeared from the room. I felt sick. Vanessa stood up slowly and crossed her arms. "You're boring, Ethan. You work all day like some robot and expect me to play happy wife." Then she delivered the final blow. "And honestly, if the court gives me child support, at least you'll finally be useful." I left the house that night with nothing except my truck and a backpack. I cried in a Walmart parking lot until 3 a.m. The next morning, Vanessa posted a photo online with the other guy. Caption: "Sometimes the wrong man teaches you what you deserve." Hundreds of likes. Mutual friends started messaging me. Some felt bad. Others clearly enjoyed the drama. But 3 days later, everything exploded. Because Vanessa's younger sister Lily knocked on my apartment door crying. "You need to see this," she said. She handed me her phone. It was a screenshot of messages between Vanessa and her mother. And my blood turned cold. Vanessa had lied about everything. The baby was mine. She knew it the entire time. But her mother had convinced her to fake uncertainty so she could destroy me emotionally during the divorce and get more money in court. I felt physically sick reading the messages. Then I saw the worst part. Vanessa's mom wrote, "Break him first. Men pay more when they're desperate." My hands started shaking. Lily looked horrified. "She's gone too far," she whispered. That same day, I hired a lawyer. And 1 week later, Vanessa walked into court smiling confidently beside her boyfriend and family. She thought she'd already won, until my lawyer stood up. "Your Honor, we'd like to submit new evidence." The courtroom went silent. The screenshots appeared on the monitors, every message, every lie, every plan. Vanessa's face lost all color instantly. Her mother started panicking. "Those are fake." But then, my lawyer played a voice recording. Vanessa herself admitting the baby was mine. The entire courtroom turned toward her. Even her boyfriend looked stunned. Then came the DNA test. 99.99% probability. I was the father. Vanessa burst into tears immediately. But the judge looked furious, absolutely furious. And then everything collapsed at once. The judge denied Vanessa's financial demands, destroyed her custody argument, and launched an investigation into possible fraud and manipulation. Her boyfriend left her that same day. Apparently he didn't want to raise another man's child. Her own family started blaming each other outside the courthouse. Screaming, crying, total chaos. Meanwhile, I just sat there holding the DNA paper in my hands. Because none of the money mattered anymore. I was a father. Weeks later, Vanessa showed up at my apartment alone. No makeup, no attitude, just empty. She started crying the second I opened the door. "I ruined everything." I stayed silent. Then she whispered, "I don't even recognize myself anymore." For the first time, she sounded honest. But some damage never heals. I looked at her for a long moment. Then I said quietly, "You didn't destroy our marriage when you cheated." She looked up hopefully. And then I finished. "You destroyed it when you turned my child into a weapon." Vanessa broke down sobbing, but I closed the door. Because some apologies arrive too late.